Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. It is Ian and Thomas with you as always, and we are here today to talk about the Champions League. We've reached the semi-finals. It is the first leg. Let's not waste any more time. Let's dive into the first match. It's Real Madrid versus Chelsea.
This looks like an awesome game on paper, Ian. I'm really excited. You've given me Chelsea to look at to tell me how they can win this. And I think that we're going to see a really interesting Chelsea side put out here. He's been doing this really weird thing where at home he plays Kante and Kovacic, and away from home he plays Jorginho and Kovacic. And he's done this in the last 2 rounds of the Champions League playoffs. And there may be a specific reason for it, but I can't see it right now. So I am going to assume that that's what we're going to see in this. So we're going to get Mendy in goal. You're going to get Rudiger, Azpilicueta, and if Silva's available, he's going to be the anchor in the middle of that defense. If he's not available, it'll probably be someone like Zuma or something like that. Then apparently we're going to have Kovacic and Jorginho in the middle of the park, probably Reece James on the right, Ben Chilwell on the left, and then there's going to be some conglomeration of players with a striker. For me, it's going to be Olivier Giroud flanked by Mason Mount and possibly Timo Werner, but I'm not 100% sure at this point. He could throw Pulisic in there just to kind of throw Real Madrid for a spanner. But the Chelsea side under Tuchel is the same as like the original Chelsea side under Mourinho or Ancelotti or something like that. They are going to grind the opponents down. They're not going to give Real Madrid any space. They're just going to kind of hound them, hold their own defensive area. I can almost guarantee the first half is played out to a 0-0 draw. They'll look to get 1 goal on the break in the second half. Expect to see someone like Kai Havertz come in off the bench. And I think it's going to be a war of attrition in this match. I think it's going to be a really tough game for Real Madrid.
Absolutely. I see it being exactly the same, actually. And again, we talk about it's a massive game on paper, but I do see it being a bit of a dull affair, as if both sets of players and managers will be like more than happy to take 0-0 going into the second leg. And pretty similar to Real Madrid are pretty similar to Chelsea in the fact that they look to defend first before attacking, and they've got quite a solid back line with, he usually plays 4-3-3, Zidane. I mean, he's going to obviously play Courtois in goal. They've got Vasquez, Mendy, Ramos if he's available, and Varane, and Casemiro just sits in front, and it creates quite a nice base for them to play. They've got 2 main playmakers in Modric and Kroos. It's the cliche thing they've said all season. You stop those 2 playing, you stop Real Madrid, which is what Liverpool weren't able to do in the first leg, which is why they got past them. And then they've got the experience of Benzema, who's like the evergreen Benzema, who always causes problems, and Asensio and Vinicius Jr., who are like the pacey young guys working off him. So I see 2 really, really similar sides going at it here, and this one's almost going to be like, as my crappy joke, I always say Metapod versus Metapod, and I actually think this one, to give my score prediction in first, I actually do think this will. I feel as Chelsea are going to get to the final here. I'm actually going to go 1-0 to Chelsea.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to copy your score here.
Yeah.
So how crazy would it be that Zidane has been answering questions about his future all year? He's not a good enough manager. They're like 2 points off the La Liga lead, and they're in a Champions League semi-final, and it's a weak year for the Champions League. It does look like the sort of year where they could do it, but Tuchel doesn't. It's not going to be open. He's going to shut it down. I just don't know if Zidane and Real Madrid are going to be able to get past him.
Yeah, I agree. And again, we've seen Chelsea be able to do it against teams like Man City. They look so comfortable with this solid base that they've got, and they've got the explosive pace of Werner. And I think Werner's crucial. And I agree with you about Giroud. I just think they need his experience in a game like this. And I can't see that. I honestly can't see him not playing Giroud in this one. So, not the most exciting spectacle for game number 1. We'll move into game number 2, which we are expecting to be a tad more interesting. Paris Saint-Germain versus Manchester City.
Both of these semi-finals are mouth-watering, 2 huge teams, and I think we're going to watch a Man City side that refuse to play a striker, because despite Gabriel Jesus being fit and Sergio Aguero having a pulse, neither of them seem to be able to get into this side. And I mean, I would be a fool on this video to pretend that I definitely know what side Pep Guardiola is going to throw out there, because every match is different with him and every game is different. But this is a real test. If they can get past PSG, they know they can beat, be it Chelsea or Real Madrid on the other side. This this feels like the final to me. It feels like the winner of the Champions League comes out of this. So we're going to see Ederson in goal, I'm sure, with John Stones and Ruben Diaz in front of him. They've been fantastic this year. Probably João Cancelo on the left and Kyle Walker on the right. I'm not 100% on the midfield, but I would think Rodrigo and Gundogan will be there. Gundogan just keeps popping in with the goals, and Rodri is he's like a metronome in the center of the park, passing the ball in and out, and he's an absolute tank of a human being as well. He really keeps this team going. Now, the real question is it going to be a false nine or not? Is it going to be Bernardo Silva or Kevin De Bruyne leading the line? I think the answer to that is yes, and which one of them it is, the other one will be behind him. So that's what you're getting. Phil Foden definitely starts because these are the games he saves them for. Apparently, as a 20-year-old, he's not fit enough to play in any match, but...
Get over it, man. For God's sake. You talk about it every game. I think Pep knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, he's won one or two things. So
you wait till Gareth Southgate flogs Foden like a dead horse through the Euros, and then we'll see how good he is playing game to game to game.
The real question is it going to be Mahrez or is it going to be Sterling? I think it's going to be Sterling. I just think you need that sort of explosive pace to try and break through the PSG line. But this is genuinely such a mouth-watering match. And the City midfield with Foden, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, like so many incredible passes of the ball, so many players that can strike it from anywhere. And all of them just run through the line constantly. They're always trying to create space themselves. No one plays in a set position. It is the most fluid style of play. And I think we're going to see a City side that are going to go for the jugular against PSG. I think they're going to play to win this match. What do you think?
Yes, I definitely think that the same. But I do think Paris Saint-Germain will fancy their chances as well. I mean, just look, they've already knocked Barcelona out. No one gave them a chance against Bayern Munich, and they knocked them out as well. And also you look at Mauricio Pochettino, he has got previous against Man City, knocking them out when no one gave his Spurs side a chance. And the way he did it with his Spurs side was pretty much just going toe-to-toe with Man City, having a bit of a you have a go, we have a go style of football. Yes, they rode their luck, but they were clinical when they had to be. And you can't tell me PSG don't have those weapons that can also be clinical and hurt Man City. But against Bayern, they had to ride their luck, and they were really lucky that Bayern are about Lewandowski, or they almost certainly would have conceded more goals in that game. If they give away those chances again, number of chances to Man City, you feel that City will take advantage of it and be more solid at the back than Bayern Munich were, not play with such a high line. The back line isn't particularly strong. Navas was sensational. He's a great goalkeeper. Florenzi, Kehrer, Kimpembe and Kurzawa, not the strongest back four, and they've not been that strong in Ligue 1 as well. I think that they'll probably be hoping that Verratti and Herrera can create quite a nice shield in front of him, and he'll probably may even play Marquinhos in the back four or in centre midfield, because he's a pretty key player for them. So actually, sorry to say again, I see that midfield three actually being Herrera, Verratti and Marquinhos in there. But obviously the biggest news about PSG, and could be the absolute hammer blow to their chances in this game, is whether Mbappe is fit enough to play. He got injured in the previous game they had in Ligue 1 at the weekend, and we don't know the extent of that injury, of whether he'll be available. If he is available, then obviously they are going to be playing Di Maria, Neymar and Mbappe. If he's not available, they're going to have to look to someone like Icardi or Draxler or Moise Kean. Obviously a step down from what Kylian Mbappe is. When you've got those three working in tandem, they are a joy to watch. And I have to say, Mbappe, sometimes when he's on his game and when he's running at pace, I don't think there's a lot you can do to stop him. He really is in that vein of like a Messi and a Ronaldo, and I know people compare Haaland to him as well. There's just nothing you can do. You just have to just hope he's on like a bit of an off game, because he's a one-man show almost and can take the game away from you. And then when he's on it, that makes space for people like Neymar and Di Maria to contribute as well. So the one thing is, I don't think City will play quite a kamikaze high line against PSG like what Bayern did. It was almost a bit of a joke at times. They were just, Bayern are crazy the way they play like that. But so I don't see PSG playing like that. But they do have weapons to hurt this Man City side. But just injury to Mbappe just makes me just think that I just cannot see City not being in control of this game and this tie overall. I'll let you put your score prediction in now if you didn't already.
Ian, I have 2 score predictions, and I'll stick to the first one, but the second one is totally contingent. I don't know if Mbappe is going to play, so because of that, I'm going to go for a 2-0 City win. And I mean this. If Mbappe plays, PSG win 3-0. I said against Bayern.
That's nuts. How can you go so?
I said against Bayern. I said if Mbappe turns up, they're the best. They have the best player in the world essentially playing for them. They win the game, and I stick to it. And if he plays, like you said, just when he gets the ball at his feet, he's unplayable, like absolutely unplayable. And he's been feeling it all year. And you saw it, especially in the Barca game. He was taunting them every time he got on the ball, like real Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi. Put my foot on the ball, feint towards the defender, and then just play around with it. Just look at them and play with it. Go, do you want it? Come get the ball. Come at me. Let's do this. He's so good. Oh.
Obviously, these two sides are the two sides that haven't won the Champions League and want it more than anything else, any other trophy that they could possibly win at the moment. But I wouldn't go as far as to say the winner's coming out of this side of the draw. I just don't. I think Real Madrid and I think Chelsea are so nuggety that you just cannot back again. You cannot be certain that they won't come up and just like do a classic, get a goal and sit back and defend for 90 minutes. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. In this game, I think it's going to be, I think Man City will win. And I think regardless of whether Mbappe plays or not, I think City will find a way. I'm going for a 2-1 Manchester City victory.
I think if you have to watch one of these games, you watch City PSG. I think that's come across in the analysis we've done. I think we both see this game being really open and fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're a fan of chess, and then you'll probably watch the other game.
Right, all that's left is to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit subscribe. If you enjoy our channel and want to support us, check us out on Patreon. The details are on the screen. They are down below. All of your support is appreciated. And me and Ian will be back with Europa League predictions soon. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.